All right. Hello, everybody. This is meteorologist Andrew Pinero with this special Games and Storms live stream. So, hello, Delvin. Thank you for joining. So, if you caught the video I uploaded earlier today, that was actually made yesterday, and it was supposed to be up yesterday, and I was supposed to be doing this yesterday. But things happened. It was very difficult. This stream I intended to start at 2 o'clock, so I'm 2.5 hours troubleshooting all the mess of stuff in front of me here. It looks like a spaghetti plate of cables just like everywhere in front here. Interesting. Sunset, sunrise, sunrise has lost. Oh, I can't see this at all. I need to make this much bigger. There we go. Now I can see it. Lost 25 minutes already. And hello, Raymond. Thank you for joining. I did not see the Cape Cod tornado. I have not had the ability to do any kind of weather watching or anything for the past weeks. It feels like way too busy with anything else to do anything else but that. So weather had to take a back seat. You guys had to take a back seat. And I've tried this. It took 2 days to actually get this up and running, but I did it for you guys, and it's here. The nostalgia gaming. Okay, so before we get into that, we'll have a very short weather discussion because I'm not going to have this as a 2 hour long live stream today. I just don't have time. I don't have time for anything anymore. So, what I'm going to do, this should switch here. Let me see. Picture, I have a bunch of scenes set up. I've actually learned how to use OBS a little bit better. Okay, there we go. So let me minimize this. And now, I think I look better. Okay. So, let's go to some websites here. We're going to go to the good old... Actually, you know what? Let's start with weather.gov. I want to see the national radar. For some reason, still, my bookmarks did not transfer over. This is a special computer I essentially finished building. This is the one that Meg and I started, that I had to finish building because I just had to get this done. But don't worry, Gamer Girl Builds First PC Part 2 is coming. I'm gonna deconstruct. I built this. I'm gonna have to take it apart again, and once I take it apart again, it'll be back to the point that she last left off. So, Meg, if you're watching, you just come on over. We'll get that going, but it's built right now. I will unbuild it for you. Okay, let's take a look at some of the radar. I don't even have radar scope on here. This is a fresh copy of Windows, which was also kind of a pain before because I couldn't get any audio. That was what I spent an hour on of the 2 hours, was trying to figure out how to get audio. No microphone input from anything. Okay. Is there another heat wave coming? Raymond, I honestly have no idea. I have no idea what the weather's going to be beyond tomorrow. I just really have not had time to look at anything with the weather, so I don't know what it's going to be. Maybe a heat wave, maybe not. We'll find out now. We got some little bits of showers there. Oh, wow, there's a lot that's going on in here. Right over Florida. Is there anything with tropical activity? I don't want the search. Just bring me to the website. Ah, there is a little disturbance here. Let's see. 10% chance of formation in the next 48 hours. Oh, interesting. When is the first week of August? What is this the last week of August? I'm really out of it. I have no idea what day it is, what month it is. I'm feeling terrible now. It is not the last week of July. There's still one more week of July. Actually, the last day of July is a week from... Oops, what did it do? There is one more week of July left. Interesting. So, we will see what happens. But we're looking at this here. Interesting. That was the only thing I saw in the Atlantic. There is a tropical depression in the Pacific here, Dahlia, and there's one right on its heels. And Central Pacific is as far west as it goes. Yeah, there was a little something there. And I remember watching the weather on TV and seeing something about a little disturbance coming up the east coast of the Carolinas and then just kind of dies out there. But we'll take a look at that as well. So let's go to the Weather Prediction Center. I really hate not having my bookmarks here. No, give me the website. I don't want the Google search or the Bing search or whatever it was. Okay. Wow, that's a wide high pressure there. That's where we're going to have, at least through tomorrow, and I think it was through the end of the week, the nice weather is probably going to be from this. There's that low pressure system. So there's a front associated with that. Oh, wait, you kept these? I don't want to keep those. So this low pressure system, there's fronts associated with it. Usually tropical systems don't have any kind of fronts associated with it. But because this is, that means it's pretty weak. Let's see what else we got here. What was I going to do? Weather Prediction Center. Oh, yes. This one I actually don't know the website, so I'm going to... Oh, weather.com. There we go. That's what we need. And we're going to go into satellite and radar. Let's play this. What are we on? Visible red. Yeah, that's pretty big area of just high pressure, and that's, I guess, going to be bringing us nice weather the next couple of days. At least, maybe. And there's still, that's the little bits of disturbance that we saw on the radar. So all of this is here. This is something called fair weather cumulus. Fair weather cumulus is cumulus clouds, little cumulus clumps there, which cumulus is Latin for clump. So it's fair weather. They are created in fair weather. And that's what we're seeing pretty much throughout all of this area. Texas, Oklahoma looks all clear, all straight up that corridor until you get more north to the Dakotas. Okay, I don't need that as well. Now let's go to SPC. SPC. I guess this just brings you to a Yahoo search. I gotta change that. So there is a slight risk out there. Interesting that we were just mentioning that. But I think beyond that, we got slight risk on Thursday. Kind of the same area. It looks like that system's just flowing through, dropping to only a marginal risk. And that was it. But this was interesting here on Thursday. The majority of New York State and northern Pennsylvania, even going into a little bit of the New England states, Vermont, New Hampshire, all in this in this thunderstorm risk. Ah, Delvin, that's interesting. Thank you for that. I will have to use that in one of my videos. So nothing really from the Storm Prediction Center. Why do I have a microphone icon? Oh, interesting. This must be the new update. Oh, yes. So this version of Windows, I think, is more updated than my main gaming computer. So it's telling me what's using the microphone right now. OBS Studio is using your microphone. Good to know. Even though Windows still sucks. Sorry. Sorry, anybody that likes Windows. It's just such a pain to get everything up and running. It just can't just work. That's why I like Mac, because you just turn the Mac on and it works. Sorry for the rant. Ah, yes. Interesting. Here, so. What? There's a Spanish version of this. I like that. But anyway, not sure if anybody has seen this before. These are your categories. Let me see if I can find. Does anybody in the watching right now? Does anybody speak Spanish? Because I do a little bit, and you can kind of, if you know this category system, we basically have says thunderstorms, marginal, slight, enhanced, moderate, high. I wonder if the English version was there. Oh, it must have been one right after the other. That is interesting. They put the same thing in English and Spanish. And there's English. Thunderstorms, marginal, slight, enhanced, moderate, high. Thank you, Storm Prediction Center. Oh, it's a leap year. Oh. Meg is calling. I will talk to her later. Okay. If only I had my phone on full volume instead of vibrate, you would have heard my ringtone is Metal Gear Solid, which is what we're going to play. Okay. Now let's get to the nitty gritty of it. Tropical tidbits. It's hard to type one-handed. Okay. Some good old forecast models. Yes, I know how to use that. Okay, let's see here. So the rest of today looks fine. That must have been what they were talking about with the Storm Prediction Center. So on the GFS here, even though it's weird seeing rain right under a high pressure, but it was there. Let's see if it's there on the icon. Not as much. It's still showing a little area, but it's just not as much as the GFS. Let's see what the NAM shows. Once it loads. Oh, it's still kind of the same time. Oh, I have to roll through all these. Okay. Yeah, kind of that same time for Thursday night. And then Friday looked fine. Let's go back to the GFS. Little bits more in the evening. That may be your regular garden variety thunderstorm. And then really the next chance coming in looks like it's going to be that, which is not this Friday, next Friday, August 2nd. And that makes its way out by the next weekend, but we're good. We're looking too far ahead. That and yes, that is next week. July 31st, yeah, that is a week from today. Okay, let's see what the icon has. Fine through about there, which was Monday. Yeah, nothing really until a week from today. So yeah, that high keeps most areas out. Oh, look at that at the bottom of the screen here. Let's widen the view a little bit. We're going to go eastern U.S. So that high kind of is a blocking pattern sets up, keeping that low pressure at bay, or whatever tropical system that becomes. I mean, it's kind of getting close to typical hurricane season there. GFS. Yeah, that high keeps out everything at bay as well. But there's still some, I guess these are your typical garden variety thunderstorms that are popping up there. So that looks fine. And the NAM, which doesn't go out as far, this one out through Saturday. So yeah, fine weather for the next few days, thankfully. Some better weather instead of severe thunderstorms every day. But it's still going to be warm, I think. And to get a bit more of a certainty, we're going to look now at some of the Moss data, and then we're going to go into the retro gaming. One stop Moss. We're going to do New Jersey, Newark. We're going to do Islip. We're going to do New York City and White Plains. Okay, so low to mid 80s, low to mid 80s, low to mid 80s. So tomorrow looks like another warm day, but what's the dew point? Oh, wow, look at that. The dew point stays in the 50s to the low 60s. And the longer one, dew point 50s and low 60s. So going into next week, that's when we get the mid 60s for the dew point there. Dew point upper 60s, and that was the GFS. That was a little bit more moist than any of the others. And here we have the low 60s. That is the Met, which is the NAM. And so it looked like the highest was the upper 60s. So this is White Plains here, specifically on the, what is it, the Met, which is the NAM, and then this one, which is the MEX, which is the GFS. Dew point, upper 60s. So we really don't get that humid feeling until next week. And let's take a look at some of the actual temperatures. So we're seeing the 80s, low 80s. Ooh, there goes the keyboard. Here we go. So this is Islip. Usually a little bit cooler with the ocean influence, the sea breeze. Upper 70s. Okay. And we're seeing New York City, Central Park. Upper 70s, low 80s. White Plains. Upper 70s, low 80s. So a little bit of a relief over the next few days. Okay. Now, Cam B. There we go. This should be Cam A, but I named it Cam B. Don't know why. Now, what we're going to do is go into some retro gaming. So I have the PlayStation 3 on right now, and a very, very weird thing. So this is a PlayStation 3 controller. I don't want to stretch it too much. I can't really stretch it, but that is the PlayStation 4 controller. A little bit of a different design, and the light bar in the back for the PlayStation camera. Now, for some reason... Oh, before I get to that, so what was convenient, when the PlayStation 4, because I also have a pre-ordered launch model of the PlayStation 4, like I have the pre-ordered launch model of the PlayStation 3. I like to be the pre-order stuff. I know you shouldn't, but it's fun. Anyway, the DualShock 3. I still can't find where the original 6-axis controller is. But the DualShock 3, it works fine for PlayStation 3 games. I haven't tried a PlayStation 2 game now. But when I loaded up that PlayStation 1 game, it didn't work. So again, with PlayStation 1, these analog sticks that we are very used to now, they didn't exist on the PlayStation 1 controller. So those you can pretend they're not there. And to go up, down, left, and right, you're using the D-pad. For some reason, when I loaded up the PlayStation 1 game, it did not work. And when I switched to the PlayStation 3's view, we'll see this works, but the PlayStation 1 game didn't work with it. For some reason, the PS4 DualShock 4 controller, this works, and they designed the PlayStation 4 to work, or the DualShock 4 PlayStation 4 controller to be able to work with a PlayStation 3, but it has to be wired. It won't be wireless. So it natively worked, but shockingly, the DualShock 4 PlayStation 4 controller worked with the PS1 game fine. Don't know why. So now we are going to... Yes. Just for this next 3 weeks, I will be very stressed. I won't have a lot of time for much stuff. And it was also kind of stressful to get this set up, but now I know how to set it up. And it's mostly going to save all the configurations and everything. It'll be easier next time. Now for some retro fun. The only thing is, I will see it perfectly fine on my view on the television, but on the stream, you're not going to see it perfectly fine. So, let's switch now to the PlayStation 3. So, you're seeing something weird with this. At the top, it almost looks like fuzziness. That fuzziness, I think, has to do with the copyright protection override I'm trying to do. So if you watched the video I posted earlier, I talk about something called HDCP, High Definition Copyright Protection. The PlayStation 3 outputs an encrypted copyright protection HDMI signal that then the receiver has to decrypt. The capture card in the game streaming computer doesn't have the ability to decode that. So what I had to do was, from my green screen studio, to get the side monitors on either side, I use an HDMI splitter that lets me look left or lets me look right, and I'm able to see myself with the green screen. Now, I saw this as a little hack or a trick to bypass the HDCP protocol, is I have HDMI out of the PlayStation 3 into the splitter. Then I only use one of the splitter points that goes into the gaming computer. The capture card in there, the HD60 Pro, has an HDMI in, so it takes that as an in. And then there's an HDMI out as a bypass that will go out of the capture card and into the television. Now, I'm not using that because I'm just going to use the Windows computer right now for it. But we're going to play. No, Raymond. Again, I have not paid attention to weather at all for the past week. I am totally out of it. That's why I had no idea what was going on into next week. Weather has taken a very hard backseat recently. But now, PlayStation 1, and I think the volume should work. I have this up all the way. For some reason, I don't hear anything. Do you guys hear anything on the stream? I don't hear anything. Why don't I hear anything? Oh wait, why is this muted? I have no idea why that was muted. Now it's a little bit loud. It's louder than mine. There we go.
The nuclear weapons disposal facility on Shadow
Okay, now we're a little bit better.
Was attacked and captured by next generation special forces.
Okay, so you're seeing some of the HDMI splitter issues with that HDCP signal.
Turn over the remains of Big Boss, and they say that if their demands are not met within 24 hours, they'll launch a nuclear weapon. You'll have two mission objectives. First, you're to rescue DARPA Chief Donald Anderson and the president of Armstech, Kenneth Baker. Both are being held as hostages. Secondly, you're to investigate.
Does anybody remember this PlayStation 1 game? This is my first PlayStation 1 game. Although my first PlayStation console was the PS2 that I got a PS1 game for.
And then we'll launch a one-man SDV. After the SDV gets as close as it can, dispose of it. From there on, you'll have to swim.
This was the generation where the graphics weren't good, so they had to make the storytelling very good.
So they're still around.
There are 6 members of Foxhound involved in this terrorist activity. Psycho Mattis, with his powerful psychic abilities. Sniper Wolf, the beautiful and deadly sharpshooter. Decoy Octopus, master of disguise. Vulcan Raven, giant and shaman.
Shaman?
And Revolver
Shaman.
Ocelot, specialist in interrogation and a formidable gunfighter. And finally, in charge of them, Foxhound's squad leader, Liquid Snake.
Liquid Snake.
The man with the same code name as you. The nuclear weapons disposal facility covers the whole island. I'll instruct you by codec after you reach your target.
Anyone going with me?
As usual, this is a one-man infiltration mission.
Ah, Raymond, you played
Weapons
Twisted
and
Metal. I have
equipment
not
OSP.
played the Twisted Metal
Yes,
series.
This is a top-secret black op. Don't expect any official support.
But see, the color thing looks a little weird. And also, the other thing between the PS4 and PS3 controller is the PS4 controller has a share and option button versus the PS3 has a select and a start button. So when it says press start button, I actually press the option button. And it has these virtual memory cards. Raymond, I don't think it was, well, at that point, I'm not sure if it would have been named, but it was that remnants of it as it was making its way out on the GFS. Oh, no, I don't want the mission log. Okay. Now this is all supposed to be white versus gray, so that's one of the issues.
Snake, be careful. There are claymore mines around there. Use a mine detector.
Who are you?
Just call me Deep Throat.
Deep Throat? The informant from the Watergate scandal?
Never mind about that.
You're not using burst transmission. Are you nearby?
Listen, there's a tank in front of your position waiting to ambush you.
Oh, those
Who
tanks.
are you anyway?
One of your
They try and
cats.
get you wherever they can. Mine detector. There. Now, if I remember right, I went this way. Oh, he's wearing a suit. Oh no, a tuxedo. Look at that.
This is Raven's territory. Snakes don't belong in Alaska.
Remember
will
that,
not let
folks.
you
Snakes
pass.
don't belong in Alaska.
Send him a message. That's right. You belong on the ground. You should crawl on the ground
Chuck
like the
Farley.
snake
Any
you
relation
are.
to Chris Farley, I'm wondering.
Come, let's fight.
Okay. For this... Oh, I need the chaff. Oh, I want to try something here. So I'm going to put on... I've played through this multiple times, so I have both stealth and bandana. So I'm going to do that. And chaff. Grenade. That's working. Oh no, wasn't working. So I'm gonna switch back to bandana. one gunner. Oh wow.
See how you like this?
Get him. Oh. I thought my rations were kicking. I just have to keep the rations on. We don't need to answer the call. No. Raymond, I'm not sure I remember which one that was. Just the one I was talking about was from the Gulf of Mexico, not the Bahamas.
Snakes don't belong in Alaska. I will not let you pass. Send him a message. That's right. You belong on the ground.
See, Chuck Farley.
You should crawl on the
I wonder if
ground
there's a
like the
relation to
snake
Chris
you
Farley.
are. Come, let's fight.
So for this, now I keep my rations on. One.
See how you like this?
Just couldn't let him get too far away. Oh, right into that tank. There we go. Now Raymond, with this one, he's no ordinary man. He's a clone. He's a super soldier. So you have to run in front of the tank. The further away from a tank you are, the more danger you're in. The closer to the tank, the better.
You would be wise not to underestimate him.
What did you think of him?
He is just as you said. In battle, he is
If
as if
possessed by a demon.
Much like you, I would expect no less.
See? I told you so. But I will kill him.
So, General Ivan, I hear he took your hand as well as your dignity.
Watch your tongue, shaman.
In the language of the Sioux people, Sioux means snake. It is known as an animal to be feared.
Well, Snake is mine now. When I meet him next, I'll take special care of him. Not yet. Don't kill him yet.
He and I will meet again in battle.
So
Same
formal.
prediction as always.
He and I will meet
Yes,
again in
the
battle.
raven on my head. It thirsts for his blood.
Now remember, I have stealth here. Oh, can't go over there. I don't know if it made a difference here. Yeah, you kind of see the stealth. Especially in the black. Not even there.
Be careful. You absolutely must not use weapons in that area.
I've already programmed the nanomachine so that he won't be able to, Colonel.
What? What are you talking about?
Have you forgotten? That's where they keep the nuclear warheads. Can't you see them?
Yeah,
Oh.
there's lots of boxes piled up here, but are they all warheads?
Yes, they're all dismantled warheads.
They just leave them here? It's like President Baker said. Totally careless.
They're working on a limited budget. They try to put on a pretty face for the media, but this is the grim reality of it. Nastasha knows lots more about it than I do. Her frequency is 141.52.
All of the warheads in those boxes have had their detonation mechanisms removed, so there's no fear of them exploding. But if the warheads are broken, they might leak plutonium, and that would be a serious problem.
I mean, come on, guys. A
Snake,
plutonium
never
leak?
use
Is
your
that
weapon
even
on
that bad?
floor.
Now, if I remember right, they can hear me. But then they can't see me. And they're dumb. Alright. Eliminate them one by one. It becomes so easy when you redo it with the stealth versus the limitless ammo. Ah, that's funny. He's just like, huh? What? That was weird. Can everybody see me again? My internet just cut out. Tesla stock crashed. I just saw a big red light on there. It said 0 kilobits per second. And the internet just actually conked out. I'm connected. Interesting. And now it's streaming at above the target again. Okay. I'm gonna do some fancy angle work here. 'Cause remember, I still can't use the sticks on here. Those analog sticks aren't being used right now. Wait, was this one of them? Which one? I think that's the men's bathroom. Yes. Oh, look, he's censoring that. And that's the women's. Oh, I can't go in there? Oh, why not? Ah! Oh, this is the Psycho Mantis thing. And you go one more down. Tesla stock crashed. What is Tesla stock at?
Tesla traded up 1.81% today at $264.88.
What was it? Raymond, what do you know what it was? It didn't crash. It actually looked like it's gone up quite a bit. Right? Wait, did you mean Tesla? Testala? What's Testala? I don't know what Testala is. Did you mean Tesla? I don't know. Is that blood? Let me check. So actually, the C. Oh, you meant that company, Tesla. Yeah, Tesla stock didn't crash. It's been skyrocketing. All right, now I have to switch the inputs here. Now I could see with the game itself. In actual, there's no. Oh, this is the Nikita. Okay. So now that I can see where I am, that there was nothing there yet, let me switch back to the computer's input. Do I have to get the card out? Aha. Oh, and I remember playing this in Metal Gear Solid 4.
Snake, watch out. That place is filled with gas. Also, the floor is electrified. First, destroy the high voltage switch. It's the switchboard on the northwest wall.
But how? I can't reach it.
Use a remote-controlled missile.
Who are you?
Just call me Deep Throat.
Deep Throat? The informant from the Watergate scandal?
Never mind about that.
You're not using burst transmission. Are you nearby? Who are you, anyway?
One of your fans.
Wait, are you sure it's Raymond? I don't see... I'm looking at the stock right now. Oop, nope, wrong one. One day. Yeah. I don't know if you can see that. Look at that. That's Tesla stock right now. That went up. That's like climbing. I don't know. It's not falling. It's climbing pretty well. Okay, so I don't remember how to do this. Yeah, that wasn't it. That's funny, but now how did I get there? I know I need to get the Nikita thing. Oh, I think I know why. I have to use the card. I have to physically have the card out to get those other areas. Why do I have to call it B1 and B2? Why can't it just be 1, 2, 3? There's somebody here. Yay, bullets. Stun grenade. Okay. Oh, right. I need the card. There we go. Nikita. There we go. And they still always just fall and disappear. That was the only spot. And I think that other one wouldn't work yet. Because that says level 3. Yep, that doesn't work. Now we can use the Nikita. Come on. can't hear. Okay, so now get the Nikita ready. Oops. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Let's keep this going. Ooh, this is hard with this. Ooh. And I think that's it. Oh, no. Hold on. I can't see too well with this. In late trade, that might mean after the stock market closed, it fell 5%. I think it's 4:30 the stock market closes. Late trade or after hours, I think that's what it might have meant. Okay, I need to see this in real view because I can't make anything out with this. Okay, there we go. So you're gonna... Oh wait, no, I can just mute this. Mute that. There we go. There we go. Oh shit, hold on. He's almost out of air. Okay. Let's try this again. Stop it. Now I can see a little better. Okay. We're in there. Gotta get over here. There we go. Now I want to see. Ooh. We got that one. Stuff. Doing good. Make it across. There we go. We are making it through. He's interesting. Elon Musk is very interesting. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Massacre.
It looks like they were cut by some type of blade. It's a ghost.
The ghost. Oh, I heard something I usually didn't hear. I don't know if it was a glitch, but let me see. Oh, everything looks fine there. Yeah, I would especially don't trust Google. using his stealth tech too. Can this... if I remember right. There we go. Oh, so graphic for PS1 game. Can you believe that this is a 13-year-old system? Oh, he's still alive. This is a 13-year-old game system, this PlayStation 3. And this game is 21 years old. 1998 it came out in. Oh, you never know. Oh, the black area, that's always a bad sign. I'm gonna try digging out some actual PS3 games. Oh, he peed his pants.
Stealth camouflage? Who are you?
Where is my friend?
What? What are you talking about? Oh, what next?
Snake.
You're that ninja.
I've been waiting for you, Snake.
Who are you?
Neither enemy nor friend. I am back from a world where such words are meaningless. I've removed all obstacles. Now you and I will battle to the death.
What do you want?
I've waited a long time for this day. Now I want to enjoy the moment.
What's with these guys? It's like one of my Japanese animes.
I've come from
Oh
another
yes,
world
Japanese
to
anime.
battle with you.
What is it, revenge?
It is nothing so trivial as revenge. A fight to the death with you. Only in that can my soul find respite. I will kill you, or you will kill me. It makes no difference. Fine. He can watch from inside there.
I need that man. Keep your hands off him.
Now, make me feel it. Make me feel alive again. Snake, you can't defeat me with a weapon like that.
I totally forgot how to do this. Okay. Oh. Grenade? Okay, nope. What do I need? Chaff? There we go. What is chaff? That did something.
Pathetic. The old solid snake never depend on such a weapon.
I'm gonna have to keep using all my chaff grenades. on over here. Come on.
Snake, you can't defeat me with a weapon like that.
He just ran right by me. And I'm out. Am I out of those? Yeah, I'm out of those. Yep. Some more chaff, hopefully. Yes. Okay.
Pathetic. The old Solid Snake would never depend on such a weapon.
Forgot how to punch thing. What? I can't.
Snake, you can't defeat me with a weapon like that.
I totally forgot how to. Oh, I am totally. Oh, I know. Wait, why is this thing down there? Oh.
Would never depend on such a weapon. Snake, what happened? Snake! Snake!
Alright, let's retry that.
Now, make me feel it. Make me feel alive again.
that did more damage. I think.
Pathetic. Old Solid Snake would never depend on such a weapon.
Oh wait, what is it? There he is. How do I don't know how to punch. I think that's what he wants.
Snake, you can't defeat me with a weapon like that.
Okay, I am lost right now. I have to figure this out. So, Metal Gear Solid Ninja. Yeah. How do I use that? Oh, I see. Hold on. No. Ah, there we go. I figured it out. There we go.
Good. Now we can fight as warriors. Hand to hand. It is the basis of all combat. Only a fool trusts his life to a weapon.
Now I could have used the shaft grenades.
That's good, Snake. Hurry up and catch me. I'm here, Snake.
There we go. Now I figured it out.
I felt that, Snake. Do you remember me now?
Can't be. You were killed in Zanzibar. What? Not again. What's happening?
I'm losing myself.
Is it over?
Hello, Meg. This is Metal Gear Solid 1.
Gray Fox. Colonel, that ninja is Gray Fox. No doubt about it.
Ridiculous. You of all people should know he died in Zanzibar.
No. He should have died, but he didn't.
What?
It happened before I joined Foxhound's medical staff. They were using a soldier for the gene therapy experiments.
I never heard that.
It happened right after you retired. My predecessor, Dr. Clark, was in charge.
Dr. Clark.
Yes, he started the gene therapy project.
And where is he now?
He was killed in an explosion in his lab 2 years ago.
So what about this soldier?
Apparently, for their test subject, they decided to use the body of a soldier who was recovered after the fall of Zanzibar.
And that was Gray Fox.
But he was already dead.
Yes, but they revived him. They fitted him with a prototype exoskeleton and kept him drugged for 4 years while they experimented on him like a plaything. Today's genome soldiers were born from those experiments.
That's the sickest
Best
thing
digital
I ever heard.
modeling. Ha.
They used him to test all sorts of gene therapy techniques.
Naomi, why didn't you tell us about this sooner?
Because it's confidential information.
Is that the only reason?
Naomi, what happened to Gray Fox after that?
The record says he died in the explosion.
I see. But even if that ninja is Gray Fox, the question is, why?
From what I could tell, he didn't know who he was.
Are you saying that he's just a mindless robot?
I'm not sure, but he seems intent on fighting me to the death. We'll meet again. I know it.
So you'll fight again? Until you kill him?
I'd rather not. But maybe that's what he wants.
How long are you gonna stay in there? Are you one of them?
No, I'm not. I always work alone.
Alone? Are you an otaku too?
Come on, get out. We can't stay here forever.
Right, aren't these graphics just
Your
amazing?
uniform is different than theirs.
You're the Metal Gear Chief Engineer, Hal Emmerich, right?
You know me?
I heard about you from Meryl.
Oh, so you're here to rescue me.
Sorry, but no. There's something that I've got to do first.
Oh, well, at least you're not one of them.
Huh. Are you hurt?
Oh, I'm okay. I just twisted my ankle a little bit trying to get away.
Well, if that's all, it's nothing to worry about. I want to ask you something. I need information about Metal Gear.
Huh? Metal Gear?
Yeah. What's Metal Gear really designed for?
It's a mobile TMD. It's designed to shoot down nuclear missiles. Only for defensive purposes, of course.
Fire. I already know that Metal Gear is nothing but a nuclear-equipped walking deathmobile.
Nuclear? What are you talking about?
The terrorists are planning to use Metal Gear to launch a nuclear missile. You telling me you didn't know?
They're gonna put a dismantled warhead into Metal Gear's TMD missile module?
Wrong. From the beginning, The purpose of this exercise was to test Metal Gear's nuclear launch capability using a dummy nuclear warhead. The terrorists are just continuing the work you started.
No, you're wrong.
I heard it directly from your boss, Baker.
No. A nuclear missile on Rex?
So you really didn't know?
No. All the armament was built by a separate department, and the President personally supervised the final assembly of the main unit.
President Baker?
See, this is the much more
I was never told exactly what they armed Rex with. I only know it's equipped with a Vulcan cannon, a laser, and a railgun.
And now I think this comes off the intro to Metal Gear.
A railgun, you
There's
said.
Metal Gear.
Yeah. It uses magnets to fire bullets at extremely high velocities. The technology was originally developed for the SDI system and later scrapped. We were successful in miniaturizing it in a joint venture between Arms Tech and Rivermore National Labs. The railgun is on Rex's right arm.
Metal Gear's main function is to launch nuclear missiles. You sure you're not forgetting something?
It's true that Metal Gear has a missile module on his back that can carry up to 8 missiles, but are you saying it was originally meant to carry nuclear missiles?
Yeah, but that's not all I think. If Metal Gear fired only standard nuclear missiles, then they should already have all the practical data they need.
No. Could it be? Metal Gear's co-developer, Rivermore National Labs, was working on a new type of nuclear weapon.
Okay, let me see if I can skip through this.
These are some of the supercomputers. If you link these, you can test everything in a virtual environment. The truth is, my grandfather was part of the Manhattan. I used to think that I could use science to help men.
Oh, did I freeze it?
Rex is
There we
in the
go.
underground maintenance base,
Where's that?
north of the communications tower, but it's a long way there.
The emergency override system for the detonation code is there too?
Yeah, in the maintenance base control room. You'd better hurry. If they were planning a launch from the start, then their ballistic program is probably finished. And since they haven't called for me in a few hours, they must not need me. In other words, they must be ready to launch.
Meryl's got the detonation code override keys. We'll link up with her.
If we can't override the launch, we'll have to destroy Rex. I'll show you the way.
On that leg of yours, you'll just slow me down.
You'll need me if you're gonna destroy Rex.
I don't need you. I just... Meryl, the engineer's okay.
That's a relief.
I want you to look after him. Where are you now?
Very close.
There she is! Over there!
Oh no! Damn, they've spotted me.
Meryl, what happened? Something's wrong.
Did you hear something? Wasn't that some kind of
Okay,
music?
Megan, I just saw your,
What did she look
message. I'll
like?
see you or text you later.
She was wearing...
Almost there, I think, through the talking bits.
A disguise?
She had such a cute way of walking. She kind of wiggles her behind.
You were really looking.
Well, she's got a very cute behind.
Way of walking, huh?
If she's disguised as the enemy, you'll have to contact her when she's alone, huh? There's only one place where we can be sure she's by herself.
Where's that?
Don't be so dense. Here, use this security card. It's security level 4.
You're not in pain, are you?
Huh?
You feel okay? Nothing bothering you?
What's wrong? Getting all friendly all of a sudden.
No, nothing. I'm glad you're okay.
You're strange.
I'm a little nervous. Everyone else I've saved suddenly dies.
You're bad luck.
Forget it, Doctor.
Call me Otacon.
Otacon?
It stands for Otaku Convention. And Otaku's a guy like me who likes Japanimation. Japan was
More
the first country
storytelling.
to successfully make bipedal robots. You're right. We have to take responsibility.
Okay. Wait, I forgot how to punch. Ah. Oh, no chat. Oh well. Okay. Got some things there. And I'm out of oxygen. We're almost out of oxygen. The good old days. Gas mask. Oh, that just slowed the, okay, I see. That just slowed the time I was in here. Okay, I see. Well, I got a gas mask now. There's Meryl.
Don't move. That's the second time I've been able to sneak up on the legendary Solid Snake.
You're Meryl? There's no way you could pass for a man for long.
What do you mean? Hey, men aren't allowed in here.
I had no idea you were so feminine.
This is no time to try and hit on me, Snake. Besides, it's a waste of time. When I joined up, they gave me psychotherapy to destroy my interest in men.
Same smart mouth. You're Meryl, all right. Are you hurt?
Not yet. After all, I was disguised as a genome soldier.
So why'd you change? You'd be a lot better off dressed like one of them.
I got tired of disguising myself. The truth is, the uniform smelled like blood. So, Snake, how are the negotiations going?
No progress.
Got it. I'll be careful. Okay, let's go. I know this place better than you. I'll be point man. Follow me. That's strange. There's no guard.
What happened to the music?
I'll keep a lookout. Make sure you're ready, okay?
Oh, this would be Psycho Mantis, I think, next.
My head. Oh, it hurts.
What's wrong?
Don't come here, Snake.
I think after this boss battle, I'm gonna call it for the night.
Are you okay? What happened?
I'm fine. Okay. Let's go. Come on, Mr. Foxhound. The commander is waiting.
Oh yeah, I think I had to destroy these things.
Snake, how do you like me?
What the?
Do you like me? Hold me, Snake.
What's wrong?
Oh, hurry, hurry. Make love to me. Oh, Snake, I want you.
Who's that?
You don't like girls?
Uh-oh. Did it freeze?
Snake, Meryl's not herself. Don't use your weapon.
It's Psycho Mantis. He's controlling Meryl. That tune is his mind control music.
Don't use your weapon. Try to knock her out.
Useless woman.
Optic camouflage, huh? I hope that's not your only trick.
You doubt my power? Now, I will show you why I am the most powerful practitioner of psychokinesis and telepathy in the world. No, there's no need for words, Snake. I'm Psycho Mantis.
Mm-hmm, serious.
Now, let me read your mind. No, perhaps I should say your past. You are a very methodical man. The type that always kicks his tires before he leaves.
Oh yes, this is a 90s
You are
thing.
a highly
ration. Oh. I feel like I had to destroy these things. Yes, this is normal. Wait a second. Do I have to do this? I need a second controller. Oh, about to go. No. Oh, I think I had to use a second controller for this. These were much more puzzle based. Can I? Let's see. Assign. No, I want to try. Assign controller settings. Wait, what? No, that's still not working. I don't know why it's not working. I'm pretty sure with this I had to use controller number 2. Nope, don't take the memory card slot out. Does that do anything different? It did! Haha, that was the trick. technically I'm using controller 2 right now.
Why? Why couldn't I read your mind? You are powerful indeed, but I know your weak point. Meryl, stand right where he can see you and blow your brains out.
Stop! Meryl!
No! It cannot be! No!
I am out of almost all ammo. There it goes. Famous. So calm. Ammo. I walked right into that. Come on. There we go. Alright, he's almost down. And that's out. Reload. Come on. So this is gonna be difficult with no bullets. There's some. Oh look, they just magically appear. There he goes. Haha.
Colonel, your niece is going to be okay.
Thanks, Snake. I owe you one.
Now that Mantis is beaten, Meryl's brainwashing should wear off, right, Naomi?
So that was interesting.
Yes. But why did you go
What
so
I had
far
to
out
do
of your way
essentially
save
for
her?
that
For
was
Campbell's sake, or
reassign
because you like her?
the PlayStation
I don't
3
wanna see
controller
anyone
as
die right
controller
in front of
1,
me.
and that
Oh, really?
made
Since when did anybody's death bother you
the
so much?
PS4
Naomi,
controller
it's
controller
true
2,
that
and
Snake
that's
has
how you
killed a lot of
trick
people.
this one. I remember
That doesn't
that.
mean he doesn't have a heart.
It's okay, Colonel. She's right.
So, you used the other... wasn't able to read the future.
A strong man doesn't need to read the future. He makes his own.
Perhaps so, but I'll read your future. To get to Metal Gear's underground maintenance base, you have to go through that hidden door. There's a hidden door behind the bookcase. The overland route. It's blocked by frozen glaciers. Go past the communication towers. And use the tower's walkway.
Why are you telling me this?
I can read people's minds. In my lifetime, I have read the pasts, presents, and futures of thousands upon thousands of men and women.
Oh, gross.
And each mind that I peered into was stuffed with the same single object of obsession. That selfish and atavistic desire to pass on one seed. It was enough to make me sick. Every living thing on this planet exists to mindlessly pass on their DNA. We're designed that way. And that's why there is war. But you are different. You're the same as us. We have no past, no future. We live in the moment. That's our only purpose.
What it is? Okay, continue.
The world is a more interesting place with people like you in it. I never agreed with the boss's revolution. His dreams of world conquest do not interest me. I just wanted an excuse to kill as many people as I could.
You...
Let's go, Meryl.
I'm sorry.
Meryl?
How could I let Mantis control my mind like that?
Okay, once we get through here, plug controller into controller 1 port. Okay, and for some reason it's just not seeing this. Oh, that was the original trick. You didn't necessarily need 2 controllers. You just needed to put your main controller into the port 2. Ha! Okay. Now, here we go. Now, once I get through here, this will conclude the stream. Ooh, ammo. There we go. Once we're past here, I will save, and then that's it. Oh yeah, because remember, there's no auto-saving in here. All this stuff you've seen on the stream so far has not been saved.
Could there be wolves in there?
Wolf dogs. Half wolf, half husky.
How do you know so much?
I ride dog sleds. I'm a musher.
I'll take point. Snake, you follow me.
Ah, yes, to try and get through that. No radar. So we are going to save, but I gotta remember saving, I think, was one of these. Oh, yes, it was Mei Ling.
Snake, you saw the Ton radar.
I
That's
know.
it.
I can't use it in a narrow space like this, right?
Right. I'm sorry.
No reason to apologize. Even the greatest masterpiece has its flaws.
There we go. Save. And we're gonna do this one. There we go.
Mei Ling, how did you get into this line of work?
The truth is, I always wanted to become.
Okay, more storytelling. We're going. No, 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 don't. Oh.
What's up, Snake? Good luck, Snake.
Here we go. Now, we'll exit the game. Back on the PlayStation 3 controller. And there it is. And that was it. That worked. Alright, so maybe, just maybe, we'll have to do this again. Let me switch back to my main camera. Alright. So, that is a wrap for this Games and Storms live stream. To review with the weather, it looked like we're going to have a nice stretch of weather now that I'm caught back up on the weather forecasting. Straight through the weekend looks fairly nice, but once it gets hot, there is still this scattered chance of a thunderstorm, a little pop-up variety thunderstorm here and there. That is going to do it for today's live stream. Thank you all for joining. Went longer than I thought, but it was fun. Hope you had a great time. I have a lot of great content for you guys. Spectra, again, as I mentioned, it's back in action. I had a weird issue where I lost access to the story I was writing because of an account issue. So I thought I lost everything, but then I got it back. I made backups now. So that is good to go. Again, this is meteorologist Andrew Pinero. If you're new to the channel, you like the streaming, hit that subscribe button below, and then right next to that, that little bell icon so you get notified when I go live like this or I do upload videos like I did earlier today. Thank you all for watching. Have a great rest of your evening, and I will see you all in the next video.